Hello, everyone, and welcome to another long and relaxed podcast episode. Today, I want to talk about something very important, a big life change. All of us experience changes in our lives, sometimes small, sometimes huge. Some changes make us happy, some make us nervous, and some shape our entire future. In this episode, I will talk about one of the biggest changes I went through and how it affected me. I will share my thoughts, feelings, and the lessons I learned along the way. The big change in my life happened when I moved to a new city. Before this change, I lived in a small town where I knew everyone. The streets were familiar, the shops were the same for years, and the people were always friendly. My friends were there, my school was there, and everything felt safe. But one day, my parents told me that we had to move because of my father's job. At first, I didn't understand how huge this change would be. I thought it would be simple. I didn't know my whole life would become different. I remember the night before we moved. My room was empty because we packed everything. The walls looked strange without posters. The shelves were clean and my desk was gone. I sat on the floor and felt a mix of excitement and sadness. I was excited because a new city meant new opportunities. But I was also sad because I was leaving behind a place I loved. When we finally arrived in the new city, everything felt fast and unfamiliar. The streets were bigger, the traffic was louder, and the people walked quickly. I felt small in such a big place. Our new apartment was nice, but it didn't feel like home yet. The first night, I couldn't sleep because the sounds outside were strange. I missed the quiet nights of my old town. The biggest challenge was starting at a new school. I remember standing in front of the school gate on the first day, feeling like an outsider. I didn't know anyone. Everyone seemed to already have friends. I was nervous when I entered the classroom. The teacher introduced me, and everyone looked at me with curiosity. I sat at a desk in the back and hoped the day would go fast. During the first week, I felt shy. I didn't talk much. I didn't know who to sit with during lunch. I missed my old friends terribly. But little by little, things started to change. One day, a friendly boy sat next to me and asked, "Do you want to join our group project?" That simple question made me feel included. After that, I slowly made friends. They were kind, funny, and helpful. I realized that sometimes you need time to get used to new people. Outside of school, I discovered new places in the city. There was a big park near our house. I started going there after school. I walked around, listened to music, and watched people jogging or walking their dogs. The park became my peaceful place. There was also a library that I visited often. It was larger than the one in my old town. I found new books, new interests, and new ways to spend my free time. As weeks turned into months, the new city started feeling more comfortable. I learned the bus routes, found my favorite cafes, and got used to the loud traffic. Even the strange sounds at night became normal. I realized that a new place becomes home only when you give it time. One important lesson I learned from this big change was that growing is uncomfortable. Change is not easy, especially when you leave your comfort zone. But without change, you cannot discover new parts of yourself. You cannot meet new people, learn new skills, or explore new opportunities. Sometimes change feels scary, but it can bring beautiful things into your life. The other lesson I learned was that it's okay to feel sad or confused during a big change. Emotions are natural. Missing your old life doesn't mean you don't like your new life. It simply means you care about your past. But just like a plant needs time to grow in new soil, people also need time to adjust to new situations. Now, when I look back, I am grateful for that big change. If we had never moved, I would not have met the friends I have today. I would not have learned to be independent or strong. I would not have explored new hobbies or discovered new places. That one change opened many doors for me. Change is a part of life, And sometimes it comes when you least expect it. But if you stay open, patient, and positive, you can turn a difficult change into a great opportunity. I hope my story helps you understand that even the biggest changes can lead to wonderful new beginnings. Thank you for listening to this long episode about a big life change. I hope it gave you confidence and helped your English practice. See you in the next episode.